A Channel 9 investigation into coal ash exposed near Lake Norman High School is expanding tonight. We uncovered the toxic material was being used for fill, but recent storms and construction brought the ash to the surface.
Now we want you to take a look at this. These are the 26 other locations around the Charlotte area where coal ash was also used.
We found a dealership in Huntersville, even a restaurant in Mooresville that are on that list.
Eyewitness News anchor Blaine Tollison pushed the state to find out if they're worried about similar exposures.
And Erica, state officials told me they do check on these sites like this one here behind me, where coal ash was actually used as a fill material underneath this restaurant. And even though inspectors do check on them, they say it can take weeks just to go through one of those sites. We traveled over 20 miles, stopping at as many coal ash structural fill sites as we could. We visited 10 of the 27 sites around Charlotte. DEQ records show one is under a car dealership in Huntersville. Some are in busy business districts 4 miles from Lake Norman, and other sites sit undeveloped in Mooresville.
If it's leaking out into our water sources, and then that's going to cause obviously a problem.
The sites we checked appeared dormant, but that wasn't the case at this construction site near Lake Norman High School that we investigated yesterday. It's where state inspectors say the construction exposed coal ash once used as fill material.
They need to have regulations around them, or at least be checking the areas around where the basins are placed.
Inspectors told me the property owner is complying with a corrective action plan now in place. But does the state inspect other sites before there's a problem? It does, but DEQ told me it requires extensive research. Just going through property records to locate the exact site and the owner can sometimes take a few weeks. That's before an actual on-site inspection. Then there's enforcement and re-inspections if necessary. There are dozens of these sites across the state.
The more rain we get, if it's going to cause problems, it might be a smart thing to start doing it now, to start checking.
DEQ also told me it started going back over those coal ash sites about a year ago, but there are things that come up. For example, you saw Highway 150 right here. There is a planned widening for this highway, and they say they work with NCDOT in situations like this where it's close to one of those coal ash sites, and other issues like that one near Lake Norman High School. Erica?
Well, Blaine, for anyone living near a site where the coal ash was once used as fill material, should they be concerned about their health?
That's a great question, Erica, and I did ask DEQ that specific question, and a spokeswoman couldn't speak to how this impacts your health. She couldn't speak directly to that, but it's clear that she wanted to reassure the community that they have had no reports, or no other reports rather, of coal ash runoff or exposure in the environment, and they work hard to regulate it. Erica.